Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how you can use RomanCart with Moonfruit. A lot of people have questions with Moonfruit because we get lots of little bugs, like if I just show you here, RomanCart opening in a window within the HTML snippets. However, HTML snippets are the way to go forward with Moonfruit, and I'm just going to give you a quick show of how to. So if you first of all, let's go to RomanCart. As you can see, I have a product, this product Moon 1 for my Moonfruit demo. We just go to show me the code, and you see the HTML code at the top here. Now, just for this, we're going to take this first bit of code, and we're going to go back to Moonfruit. Okay, now on Moonfruit, what we want to do is say add to basket button about here, below the Learn More button. And how we want to do this in Moonfruit is with an HTML. So we click on Insert, then there'll be HTML Snippet, and you move this snippet to whatever size you want it to be for the button. So let's set up that, moving it over here. Then we go and get this part, the editor, and we paste in our code. Okay, you can see it all in there. Now, as I've said, Moonfruit code needs to be modified for RomanCart, just so you don't get all the problems like everything opening within the HTML snippet. So, you know, a cart in the size of that button, it doesn't work. We need to change this. So here's what you can do. If you look at the opening of the form in this HTML, we just need to add a new command, and that is target equals, then we open some quotations and we put the underscore and the word top, then close the quotes. Okay? Right. So you need to apply this to all the buttons you make in Moonfruit. So if we apply that now, if I go up to Moonfruit and I'm going to click Save. Okay, and there's this sort of grey HTML thing. Now, for testing this, when you're logged into Moonfruit, you can have all sorts of problems with it automatically logging you in when you're actually just trying to view it. So what I do is I take my URL and I preview it in Firefox. So this way the memories aren't getting crossed with everything, and we can just run a few tests here and make sure everything's working. Okay, so my page is loading up in Moonfruit. And as you can see, I've got the Add to Basket button here. Now there are some other things you need to do in RomanCart to make it work with Moonfruit better. So let's just go back to our product manager. Okay, and I'm going to look at the product options. Now these are the two things you must always make sure is enabled. You need a return URL and set that to the page your product is on. Okay, so I've just pasted it into there, and then also I've set display cart to no. This will stop extra windows opening, and however this does leave us with a bit of a conundrum. Now if we add to basket, it means we've got no way of getting to the basket. So we're going to do a couple of things. These are great little tricks in Moonfruit and can look great when done properly. So we're going to insert a new HTML snippet, and let's drag it up here. And what this is going to be a cart preview. Okay, so in here we need to get to the setup file. We're going to paste in this preview code. Okay, now on my notepad file I've already created this code. However, I will link you on the bottom of this video to an examples page. This is a good bit of JavaScript. The example I'll give you'll just need to change your store ID within the code. This one's just set to mine. So I'll copy that code and I paste it into the HTML snippet and apply. So we'll have a little HTML snippet there. Now while we're here, this is just going to show us the contents of the cart, like a subtotal of the amount and the amount of items in the basket. Now also what we're going to need is we're going to need a link to the cart, and the best way to do this in Moonfruit is with a link button. So we're going to insert a link button. We don't worry about the style for now, but let's click on this link tab. So we click on this little world icon that says link to an external URL. You'll see there's the HTTP already in there. Let's just get rid of everything for now. And let's go back to my notepad file. And this is always worth knowing, guys. If you link to RomanCart, if you see in the link here, and put /cart.asp store ID equals your own store ID. Okay, and I'm going to give you a link to find that on the RomanCart webpage as well, just below the video. So if I paste that in here and apply, I've got this little button here. As you say, it says romancart.com, but what we're going to do, we're going to edit this button. As you can see, it's style, says the button text is www.romancart.com. We don't want that. Let's just call it view basket. Okay, and as you can see, it's changed there. Now what we're going to do is save. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to go back to this in Firefox. Let's refresh the page to see my changes. As you see, we've got our add to basket button. At the top we've got this total, nothing, quantity, 0, and a view basket link. So what we're going to do is I'm going to click add to basket here. As you can see, the page refreshes. We haven't gone to the basket page, but if you look up at this quantity and the total, these have updated. And now say we're ready to go to the basket, we can click on view basket. And there we go, we've been taken through. And that's all you need to do. Okay, so if you've got any questions, put them on the post below. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening.